the truth.
Alright, hello everybody, and this is my assassination guide. I made assassination, and these are all the talents and things that I've worked out and found out that work best as assassination. So we'll go ahead and get right into the talents. You can either go Master Poisoner or Elaborate Planning. Either one is good. Now for PvE, you're going to go ahead and go Master Poisoner. It's just a lot better as more sustained damage. Elaborate Planning, you can run in PvP or Master Poisoner in PvP. Either one is just as good. You're going to go ahead and go Subterfuge for the extra growth damage. And then you're going to go ahead and go Vigor. Vigor is just better than both these with Assassination. Helps keep your sustain. And you're going to go ahead and go Elusiveness. That's pretty much just the best choice in both these things. Elusiveness is just one of the most OP spells in the game. You're going to go ahead and go Prey on the Weak for PvP. Now if you're going PvE, you're going to go ahead and go Thuggy for that growth reset. Other than that, Prey on the Weak is the best talent in this choice. Now for level 90 talents, you're going to go ahead and go Toxic Blade. It is an extremely high damage burst and gives you a lot more sustained damage as well with short cooldown and sufficient energy. So that's definitely the best to go in level 90 situation. Level 100, you can pretty much go whichever your playstyle fits. Venomous Rush is definitely the best way to go in my opinion because it gives you better sustained damage and could help you with your bursts when you need them. Alright, now let's go ahead and hop into Honor Talents. Honor Talents, you should be running Relentless. Relentless is the best for rogues. And then for second tier, you're going to go ahead and be running Reinforced Armor. Unless you are versing a double melee comp, then go ahead and spec over to Sparring. But for most of the part, you're going to be wanting to run Reinforced Armor. In tier 3, you can go ahead and go Maneuverability. Do not go Intent to Kill, and you can go Shiv if you would like. It's just not as viable. It has a cooldown, and with Maneuverability, you're going to be dodging stuff when you're trying to catch up to people with Sprint anyways. Now for tier 4, you can either go Unfair Advantage or Turn the Tables. Honor Among Thieves is just not viable. I like to personally go Turn the Tables because that way when I'm losing my damage in a stun, I can come back out and have increased damage. Unfair Advantage is alright, but I feel it's just too RNG based compared to Turn the Tables when you're guaranteed to be stunned in a game. Now for tier 5, we're going to go ahead and go Deadly Brew. Now you can spec over to Mind Numbing for healers or druids if you want. Pretty much any casting class that you just want to make sure they can't cast those certain spells on you, such as Cyclone, etc., etc. But for the most part, run Deadly Brew. In this one, it is just situational. System Shock is for burst damage, Creeping Venom is for sustained damage, and Flying Daggers is for stack damage. You know, like Shamans and Beast Masteries or Hunters in general. But for the most part, you're going to want to stay on Creeping Venom. So this should be your talent setup for every game, and then you switch over to some situational items like Mind Numbing and Sparring and System Shock. And now let's go ahead and hop right into the burst. So a light opener is Cheap Shot, Mutilate, Rupture, Garrote, Mutilate, Toxic Blade, and Venom. Then you just keep your sustained damage with your Envenoms, and then throw a Kitty Punch in there. And then just keep adding your DPS. That is a light opener, that is saving your cooldowns for when they pop cooldowns, or it's just situational. So these are both situationals. Now, for full burst opener, again, it's Cheap Shot, Kingsbane, Mutilate, Rupture, Garrote, Mutilate, Silence, Toxic Blade, and Venom, Vendetta, Mutilate, Mutilate, Kidney Punch, Mutilate, Mutilate, Vendetta, Mutilate, Mutilate, and Venom, etc., etc. That opener right there will pretty much one-shot anybody outside of arena, or if they are inside arena, they will have, and if they have no healer, that will pretty much one-shot them, that opener right there. You could even go cheap shot, grow, mutilate, rupture, toxic blade, mutilate, mutilate, and venom. Either way works, but the main goal is to get your cheap shot first, grow or mutilate, whichever one works first. If you're scared about timing on the subterfuge, increase damage, go ahead and use Garrote next after cheap shot. So cheap shot, Garrote, mutilate, rupture. Then after that, you're going to go ahead and mutilate, toxic blade, and venom at 5 combo points. Open up with cheap shot, Kingsbane, rupture, grow, mutilate, toxic blade, and venom, vendetta, silence, mutilate, mutilate, if needed, kidney puncher, if not, envenom, mutilate, mutilate, envenom. We go. Cheap shot, Kingsbane, rupture, Garrote, mutilate, toxic blade, and venom, vendetta, silence, mutilate, mutilate, and venom, mutilate, mutilate. Now you can throw a kidney shot if you in here if you want to as well. Give a nice 5-second kidney shot, and right when your rupture's about ready to end, vanish with 5 combo points. Throw that rupture on there with the stealth, corrode again, and venom. Now here's the burst demonstrated on and in PvP combat. Cheap shot, Kingsbane, rupture, Garrote, vendetta, mutilate, kidney punch, toxic blade, and then venom. Alright, and thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. Go ahead and give me a like and a subscribe if you liked the video. And thanks, guys. See you next time.
The truth.